Thank you, Senator Sheen. Senator Fischer, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, General, for being here today, and thank you for your willingness to continue your service to this country. I'd like to welcome your family as well. Madam, it's nice to see you here, and I know the sacrifices that you and your family make on behalf of this country as well. Thank you. General Cotton, a lot of times in this committee and on the subcommittee of strategic forces, our main focus is on modernization of our triad. We also try to gain a fuller understanding of the future needs that our military must have to provide for national security. And we talk about things like SLCM and the need that commanders such as yourself will have to provide options to the president when or if you are ever in that position. The more options you can present, the better for the security of this country, the better for the people of this country. But also under the duties and responsibilities of the STRATCOM combatant commander, we need to look at the importance of NC3. We have to look at the NNSA's supporting infrastructure as well. So, General, I think that when we talk about nuclear modernization, and we have that focus on the triad, on the weapons systems, the warheads, we shouldn't forget. We should not forget about NC3, the architecture, as well as the scientific and production infrastructure of NNSA. Can you talk about how important these elements are to the deterrent and the modernization challenge that we're seeing in these areas as well?
Senator, I'd love to. You know, I'll start with NC3. I know there's members of the committee that says it's the fourth of the triad, right? It's the quad. I've heard folks say that. I call it the tapestry. In my opening statement, you heard me discuss and talk about it is just as important as the platforms that we're talking about modernizing, and that is absolutely true. The good news is it is still it's a resilient system today. What I like having over 36 years in this business is the conversations that people like yourself and others also see it as just as important as the weapon systems that we often talk about. If confirmed, I'd use my authorities. As everyone is aware, the NEC or the NC3 Enterprise Center that is located within Strategic Command and the Commander Strategic Command having kind of oversight, delegated oversight authorities to be able to kind of make sure that we as a department are looking to ensure that we are modernizing with next-gen technologies. I call it NC2 over assured comms to ensure that we have the state-of-the-art NC3 systems that we need for not only today, not only midterm, but the future. And that is going to be absolutely critical for us because I guarantee you that I want to ensure that we always outpace our adversaries who are also paying attention to our NC3 systems.
STRATCOM also has significant responsibilities for the electromagnetic spectrum operations. Can you describe some of the challenges in this mission area and what STRATCOM is doing to help rebuild the force structure and the capabilities that we need?
Yes, ma'am. So from my vantage point as a Joint Forces Air Component Commander, I can only give my vantage of what I have on the Air Force side of the house. If confirmed, I would like to make an assessment on the entire portfolio. But from our vantage point, I think we're a little behind. And I don't think I know we're behind, but the good news is I know that we're working to try to close the gap on us not paying attention to EMS for decades. So if confirmed, that would be one of the things that would be on the plate that I would absolutely want to assess and be the greatest advocate that I could be as the commander of STRATCOM in ensuring that we have not pace our adversaries, but lead our adversaries in that domain.
Okay, thank you. I was going to ask you about also as critics portray our nuclear deterrence as a relic of the Cold War, but I will send that to you in a written question.
Thank you,
you.
ma'am.